guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video that I love to watch other people do, so I decided why not. I wanted to do products I regret buying. I know all of us here on YouTube, we like to talk about everything we got that we loved and we enjoyed, but we kind of hardly talk about the things we don't like. Now, I know everybody's different. We have different skin tones, different needs, different preferences, so this isn't saying that they're bad products. It's just saying they didn't work for me and I regret buying them. I actually regret buying a lot of products, but those ones I tend to go ahead and return. So I do have a lot, but not a lot. Most of the stuff I do return back to Sephora or Ulta or wherever I get it from. But anyway, if you want to see the products that I have regretted buying, keep watching. Okay, I have a good array of high-end and drugstore products, so I'm not leaving anybody out in particular. I'm just going to start randomly grabbing. I have a good amount of products in front of me, so we'll start with these because I've had these the longest, and the only reason I'm keeping them is because the packaging is so daggone cute. But these are the Lime Crime lipsticks, and I bought these all four together, and I mean, oh, the packaging, I mean, come on now, it's freaking unicorn. Like, what girl doesn't like unicorns? Like, so beautiful. But I know there's a lot of controversy going around about these. I'm not really sure what it is. I never really got into all that. But when I did get these, I was so freaking excited. I got them, and the moment I opened them, I noticed the smell. And this one is Cosmopolitan, which is like a orangey, and that's the other problem. The packaging gets stuck, so you can't, like, there we go. So it gets stuck, but the smell is horrible. It's like burnt plastic. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I got a dud. So I started smelling all of them, and they all have that scent. And it's not a scent that you put on your lips and it goes away. It lingers. So when I was wearing it, that is all I smelled, was this plastic smell. Then my lips started tingling and I'm like, what the heck? And I got an allergic reaction, or had an allergic reaction to these lipsticks. All right here became dry and flaky and red, and my lips hurt and they stung and itched. And I thought maybe, you know, it was one, but it happened to every single one of these. Every time I wore them, I had an allergic reaction and it smelled funny. So they didn't work for me, and I just regret paying the money I did. But I do still keep them because I'm a sucker for packaging, and it's got unicorns. Unicorns. So I'm still going to keep them. I'm not tossing them or getting rid of them. I just like looking at them. Next is a drugstore item I just picked up not too long ago, and is the Maybelline Master Fix Translucent Powder. So this is supposed to be a dupe for the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I was really excited. I'm like, it's drugstore, it's cheap, like Maybelline makes great products. I'm so excited to try it. So it comes like this, and it's very finely milled, but you get so much, I don't know if you can see that, it's so powdery. It kicks off so much product. So you put your brush in there, it's like poof, everywhere, which doesn't really happen with the Laura Mercier. So I was like, okay, I can get over that. It's very, very white too. It's extreme, like just white, which Laura Mercier, it's translucent, but it's almost got a beigeish tint to it, which I think is what makes it so undetectable on the skin. However, as soon as I put this under my eyes, I tried to bake with it, and it just, like, I couldn't dust it away. It just caked into like the spots where my concealer was still a little wet. And when I tried to dust it off, it just sat there. And then it showed up in pictures horrible. It was like a complete white cast here and here. And I was like, man, okay, well, it doesn't work for baking. I'll just try it as an all-over setting powder. Same thing. It just clinged onto any dry patches, any baby fuzz I had. Showed up in pictures. Hated it. Not a fan of it at all. Next is, and I know everyone talks about this product and a lot of people love it. It didn't work for me. It's the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue BB Cream. looks like this. I got it in tan last summer when I was tan, obviously, and it just didn't work for me. I don't like the way it laid on the skin. It made me personally look very greasy. It didn't cover very well at all. And I know it's a BB cream, and it's not supposed to be a foundation, but I still wanted a little bit of coverage or something. It just made me look very oily and greasy, so I didn't like that. Next, another drugstore product is the Maybelline Bronzer BB Cream, which looks like this. This is actually, I really like this product. It blended beautifully. It had a beautiful color. Just with my skin tone though, it pulled very orange and very warm, and it didn't look right. But I have used this on other people with cooler skin tones, and it looks really pretty. It just didn't work for me, but I think it's a really good product. And this I just recently picked up when Ulta had its 21 Days of Beauty, and this was 50% off. And it's the Stila One Step Primer. It's color correcting, you know, that's the fad kind of going around. And it has the green, the pink, and the lavender colors in it, and it's just one pump. It corrects it all. But I don't notice a bit of difference whatsoever. And I've been using this, I mean, I've used a good bit here. I tried using it every day. I don't notice a difference whatsoever. I feel like I'm just putting a moisturizer on my face. So I regret buying. Another drugstore product is, God, it's a lot of Maybelline. But don't get me wrong, I love Maybelline. They're my absolute favorite drugstore brand. And I think that's why I have so many, like, regrets, because I just get so much of Maybelline only. And I love testing their products. This is basically the color tattoo in the stick form. I have this in 2 other colors, and I love it. I have it in the brown, and I have it in like the slate dark gray color. Love it, love it, love it. This one is the nude color, and it's called Barely Bold. Or no, I lied. It's called Barely Beige. And let me swatch it. It just, first of all, it's got a shimmer to it, which I don't like as a base, because I bought this to put all over, like I use my MAC Painterly paint pot, and I thought it was going to be, you know, more on the matte side, but it wasn't. It had a sheen. And then also I noticed when you blend it out, it disappears, like it's just gone. And on the eye, it's like, look, it just you blend it away. So once you put it on your eye and you start tapping in to blend, it goes away. And the parts that are left are very streaky. It creased really bad, and I just wasn't impressed with this particular one. Now the brown one I have, I love. It's very pigmented. It goes on creamy. I'm able to blend it, and as well as the slate color. So I don't know if that particular formula just didn't work well for the tattoo liners. I'm not sure, but I just didn't like it. It didn't work for me. Next, I think the next products people are gonna like hang me over, but I'm sorry. It just didn't work. But I don't even know how to pronounce this. It's like New Bouncum. I don't know. It's these lashes. And Manny MUA, I got him because of him, because he raves about these lashes. And these are the ones in Bella. And they look like this. And yes, they are beautiful. They are stunning, feathery, just gorgeous. However, I had the damnedest time working with these, and I've been wearing lashes for years. I'm not a beginner. I know how to apply lashes, but no matter what I did with these, they just kept popping off the inner corner, and I trimmed them and everything, and they were just extremely difficult to work with. And maybe if you have larger eyes and you don't have to trim them and you can plop them on, but I have very, very small eyes, and they're very curved, so they were so hard to work with, and they were too big for my eyes. Like when I put them on, the lashes were hitting like up here. And when Manny wears them, they're stunning, they're gorgeous, like you just want to go buy them, which I did. But they did not work for me. They were too big, they were too difficult to work with. So I definitely regret buying these. And this one, don't murder me, I don't like it. I got the Self-Made palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now, there are a few shades in here I like, and one of the reasons I never grab for this palette, because I feel like it just doesn't have a good transition shade. I end up, when I do use it, I have to grab another palette to use my transitioning colors. And I mean, the only color I really love here is Pink Champagne, which who doesn't? I'm pretty sure that's why most people got the palette. And I really like buttery. So basically when I use this palette, I only really use these two colors, and sometimes, I think this is hot chocolate. I occasionally use hot chocolate, which is here, but all the rest of these, I don't like them. I don't gravitate towards them. They're not my favorite shadows. And I mean, they're nice. The blendability is decent. I just wish I never bought it because I never ever use it. And I've even tried to make myself use it. And when I do, again, I just go back to the same pink champagne. And you don't want to buy a palette and spend all that money to use one eyeshadow out of it. So I just don't feel like it was versatile enough for me personally. I've heard mixed reviews about this product. Some people love it, some people hate it and feel the same way as me. I've tried it different ways that were suggested, just not a fan of it. And it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit in medium. And I don't know if I am just, maybe I should get light, even though I can't tell on camera because I'm pretty washed out. But I do have a medium skin tone. And the light is very, very ashy, almost too ashy for my skin. But this is way too warm to contour with. And I just feel like the blendability is so difficult. Like, I mean, they are sticky and you really like have to warm it up with your finger and get in. It's hard to blend on your eye. It's like, I mean, it's difficult. And I feel like, especially with this banana shade, when I'm putting it under my eye, I'm really having to like tug on the lower lash line and press. And I just feel like I don't want to do that much to my lower lash line and, you know, disturb this delicate area. And then along with the contour shades, again, they're very, very warm. And I mean, this is way too dark. This is way too warm. And this is the only one I really used. But even that, it's too warm. And I can work with a warm bronzer. I guess if they were more blendable, I could deal with it. But they're not very blendable. And I saw where, I forget what YouTuber it was. One of the YouTubers were putting oil, like drops of oil in there and mixing it up and then putting it on, which did help the blendability, but then I felt like it broke up the rest of my makeup. So I would put it on here and then my concealer would be breaking up and it would get really oily under the eye and then oily on the contour. So I just couldn't get it to work for me. I don't know if my skin tone, skin color just doesn't mesh well with this, but just didn't work well. Alright, that was all the products that I could find that I regret buying. But like I said, most of the stuff I regret buying, I return immediately. But yeah, I'm sorry if you guys liked any of these products that I said I didn't. Nothing personal. They just didn't work for me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them except for the lime crime, because there was something wrong with them because they made my lips tingle and they smell funky. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like videos and you like me, then go ahead and hit that like button and please subscribe so you don't miss any videos from me in the future, and I'll hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.